Hello, all of you, the viewers of Poland Daily Culture. Have you watched Christiana or other Christian movies? Then if you are fans, then this episode is dedicated for you, because with us on Skype is Pablo Jose Barroso from Mexico. Pablo, thank you very much for joining us.
Hello, Maria. Thank you very much for inviting me to your show.
And you're calling us from sunny Mexico. As we know already, you are a film producer, and one of your projects which you produced was Christiana, a huge international success when it comes to telling a Christian story with big names of actors also in them. And now you're working on some other project more connected to Poland. But before we switch to this, tell us a few words about your mission.
Yes, we're Dos Corazones Films, which is a Catholic producing company, movie producing company, and we want to give the same production values as the big blockbuster movies. So that's why we did in Christiana. We have Andy Garcia and Oscar Isaac and Eva Longoria and Peter O'Toole. It was his last movie, and we have not spared anything in each of the departments, so in production, in music, in sound.
And now you're working on a cartoon based on the story of Maximilian Kolbe. So a Polish priest who gave up his life for a co-prisoner. A very touching story, well known in Poland, but I would say not so much known in the world. And so tell me from the beginning, how is it possible that you in Mexico choose the story of Maximilian Kolbe?
Well, I chose it in Poland. We have the privilege to be in the cell where he died and to make a prayer there back in 2013 when we visited to promote Christiana in Poland. And then we started doing some research about him because it's a fascinating story, not only of his last days as a prisoner and a martyr, but also since he was Raymond, and that's where the Polish culture comes out, and we can see all the living of the day-to-day basis in Poland. Also, when he did the Nipokalanov and he did all the City of Mary, and afterwards how he helped the church to go out with the Immaculate, with the magazine. So he's one of my favorite saints.
So tell us the plot of the movie in a few sentences.
Yes, we wanted to reach out as many people as possible. We want to be a blockbuster worldwide. That's why we did it in animation. The war and the violence is not as harsh as in the real live action movies. So we tried to the script was done by Bruce Morris, who wrote also Pocahontas and Hercules, so he knows how to reach out to young people and younger audiences. We did the story through the eyes of an old man talking to a younger teenage rebel boy, and then we go back in flashbacks to 1910, 1920, 1930s, and that's how we portray the story about this saint. And we see through the movie how the life of San Maximilian changes the life of DJ.
And there's a cartoon telling the story of Maximilian Kolbe from a perspective through the eyes of a young boy and his older friend, who actually is Polish as well, isn't he?
It's the story of a Polish person that is living in the United States. He's a widow, so he's living by himself, and he gets to take over a young boy to help him, and then he starts talking about San Maximilian, and especially as we were talking about Our Lady about Mary, we talk about a lot about the importance of the consecration to the Immaculada as San Maximilian tells us.
Talking about the movie, can you tell us a few words about the production? Who is responsible for a cartoon, for writing? Who is responsible for music?
Well, we have top-of-the-art people in each department. As the script was done by Bruce Morris, who did Pocahontas and many other films. Then we have the music produced by Mark Mackenzie, which he did also some music for Spider-Man. But beyond all the Hollywood blockbusters that they have worked for, they have done a great job and with a lot of heart to really portray the story of this. So we can show you, when you watch the movie, you can see all their work. And for example, the music was recorded in Abbey Road in London with the orchestra and the philharmonic. And then we have Joshua Bell, which is one of the best violinists now in the world, who helped us. Also, we have the other kind of music that we played. Also, we have Spencer Rofer, who helped us to get Ann Wilson from Heart to do the end song. We have also Sabrina Carpentier from Disney Channel also singing. We have also Rick Springfield. We have also in the animation department Lightstream Media, who has worked in films for Lucasfilms, for Disney, for several of them. And then we did the motion capture in order so that the animation was not so robotic, that it was more fluid. We did all the caption in Centroid in London, in Shepperton Studios. They have worked in movies like 300, like Hugo. So we're very happy and grateful to all of them that supported us and that believed in this project, and that everything has been put together with the state-of-the-art production values.
But that's not your first movie. I would say you're an experienced producer of big blockbuster Christian movies with your company, Dos Corazones. Am I saying it right? Correct me.
Yes, perfectly. Yes, thank you for inviting me to your show. Yes, I'm a real estate producer, but I had a conversion, and then I have this call to share the faith worldwide through the media, and that's where we started Dos Corazones Films back in 2005. So
what does it mean, Dos Corazones, for those who don't speak Spanish?
Dos Corazones is the two hearts, of the Sacred Heart and the Immaculate Heart of Mary. So that's who are really producing the films. And we started producing, our first film was a film on Our Lady of Guadalupe. Then we distributed the movie on Carol with Piotr Adams, or how, I don't know exactly the pronunciation. Then we produced a family movie of that two brothers get involved together because they fight each other because of a business, and then they get together afterwards and they forgive each other. And then we did The Greatest Miracle, which talks about the Holy Mass, which I really recommend you to watch. We distributed also in Poland in 2013.
So The Great Miracle, yes?
The Greatest Miracle.
The Greatest Miracle, the Holy Mass. Wonderful.
Yes, then we kept going, and we did the movie on Cristiada, which is talks about the persecution of the church in Mexico and all the fight for the freedom of religion and all the sacrifices that many people, like the Polish people, to keep faith and to keep the sacraments going. But then we started, Maximilian Kolbe started following, and we're very happy to tell you that everything that we have portrayed up to date, I think that has come together in this film, which has the best of the best in the production values. And you can watch better all these movies in our website, which is doscorazonesfilms.org.
So fingers crossed, of course, for Max and me. And again, to you, the viewers of Poland Daily, we strongly invite you to be interested in the project, Max and me, about the life of Maximilian Kolbe. As you can hear, they're still looking for fans. You can see that the link down sign on our YouTube channel. If you are interested, then click it, and maybe you will become one of the sponsors of this movie. And thank you again for watching Poland Daily Culture.